Big news for Scotland ahead of their upcoming Nations League games against Croatia and Portugal. It may be time for a new number one, and that could be the 40-plus-year-old Craig Gordon. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Injury news for Scotland, unfortunately, and that is that Angus Gunn is now a doubt for Scotland's Nation League's double-header after the goalkeeper picked up a knock in Norwich's 4-0 win over Hull City in the Championship. Gunn, who has established himself as Scotland's number one over the past year, was injured during the closing stages of the first half at Carrow Road, and he had to be taken off. He did not reappear after the interval, with George Long taking his place. So whatever the injury, it's bad enough to prevent him from playing on. He wasn't able to make it out for the second half. Norwich head coach Johannes Hoff has come out and spoke about the injury. He said, quote, Angus jumped to take the ball and took a knock in the ribs. He was in some discomfort and was unable to commit for the second half. It's too early to say if he will be able to go away with Scotland. We'll know more once he has had a scan. End of quote. So he's to get a scan. I mean, could he have a broken rib, punctured rib, or whatever, man? I don't know. Fractured rib, some sort of ribs, barbecue ribs. Doesn't really matter. Point is, he wasn't able to play in the second half. And according to the Norwich manager, he might not be able to travel for Scotland. Even if it's not a serious injury, they might decide just to have him sit out these next couple of Nation League games, which is crucial because then that leaves the door open for none other than Craig Gordon. We know that Steve Clarke has got a lot of injuries right now. He's also short on goal options, and I think Craig Gordon's going to be the man to step in. We know that Craig Gordon has been recalled to the squad in place of Sander Clarke after Gordon won back the number one spot at Hearts. It's hard for Sander Clarke to get called in if he's not the number one. We've seen Craig Gordon getting called into the squad as the number two, but Sander Clarke doesn't seem to be able to break into the team as the number two. So looks like Sander Clarke's out. Dundee's John McCracken is also in the squad, but you got Robbie McCrory and Liam Kelly, who are not doing much. I mean, Robbie McCrory has spent most of the season back up, and he went to Kilmarnock looking to be first choice goalkeeper. It's not worked out for him. He did play yesterday, but still, I don't think that we've seen enough from Robbie McCrory to call him in and put him in the number one position at Scotland. And then you've got Liam Kelly, who is essentially just backup for Jack Butland, and he hasn't even played a game. He can't even get the cup matches. So Liam Kelly's chances of getting into the Scotland team, in my opinion, at the moment, are zero. So it looks like Craig Gordon is the natural choice to step in. I believe Craig Gordon will start against Croatia and Portugal as long as Gunn is not taken into the squad. And if Gordon can improve, if Gordon can have a good game in those matches, who's to say that he won't be the number one again? Because I think Angus Gunn lately is coming under a lot of criticism, rightfully so. He had a good game against Portugal. He made a lot of good saves, but the opening goal was just awful. You can't be doing that. He wasn't good against Poland. He hasn't been good for a long time now. I mean, we look at Gunn in the Euros. He wasn't great in that either. There's a lot of mistakes creeping into his game, and I think this is a chance. I can't believe I'm saying this, but for Craig Gordon, at the age of 41, to become the number one keeper for Scotland again. We know that the World Cup is coming up within the next 2 years. I can't imagine Craig Gordon will go beyond that. I don't think he can go beyond the World Cup. That doesn't seem feasible. But I do think that he will play until he's 43, and what a send-off that would be. I do think it's sickening that Gordon hasn't been given a chance. He's not made an appearance at a major tournament. 3 games, he had to sit on the bench and watch Davy Marshall. Another 3 games, he had to sit on the bench and watch Angus Gunn. And that's not right, because Craig Gordon has been one of the best Scottish goalkeepers over the past 2 decades. Now, I will admit, at 41, he's no longer in his prime, and I don't think Craig Gordon is as good as he used to be. He's got a few more mistakes in him now. He's obviously not as agile, he's not as flexible. The reflexes just aren't what they used to be. But I still think he could be Scotland's best goalkeeper, which maybe is a concern for Scotland. Gone are the days when we had quite a few good goalkeepers to choose from. Now the fact that Craig Gordon is arguably still our best goalkeeper at 41, I mean, that tells you that the keepers that we're bringing through at the moment aren't at a great level. So look, we'll have to wait and see if Gordon does start these 2 games. then not only is it a chance for him to earn 2 more caps, I believe, due to Angus Gunn's poor form lately, it's a chance for Gordon to actually become the #1 keeper again at the national level. So we'll wait and see, guys. Hopefully Gordon does get his chance, but whether it's Gordon or Gunn, we need to pick up something against Croatia and Portugal. Let me know down below who you think the best goalkeeper is. Who would you pick? All the current goalkeepers, they're all fully fit. So you've got Gunn, Gordon, Clarke, Liam Kelly, McCracken, McCrory. Who would you pick? What goalkeeper would you put in the sticks? Let us know down below, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, been Fog Football. Peace.